Hello friends, it's good to see you again. I've got a really good book. It's called Rainy Day. And you might notice that I've got a little sticker right there. Sometimes I look for books in funny places, and this one has been discontinued from a library. And that means that the library has decided that it's had too much use and they want to give it another life. So I go and collect the books from libraries that they don't want. And that means you've got more stories. So this book is called Rainy Day, and it's written by Emma Haughton, illustrated by Angelo Rinaldi, and it comes from Doubleday Publishing in the UK, United Kingdom or England. Rainy Day. The morning of the visit, it began to rain. Ned sat in his dad's new apartment watching the first splash of drops on the window. One by one they fell. Faster, fatter and faster, until he could hardly see through to the shops across the street. Have you ever done that? Looked outside the window and can you see the trickles of rain coming down? It's so good to be inside when it's raining. Looks like the fair will have to wait till next week, said Dad. But you promised, said Ned. I'm sorry, said Dad. He put a hand on Ned's shoulder. I was looking forward to it too, you know. Ned shrugged and said nothing. He leaned his head against the window. It felt cold and hard. Raindrops trickled down the glass. Dad grabbed Ned's coat and dropped it in his lap. Come on, he said. We're off. Where? Asked Ned, not moving. I don't know, said Dad. We'll see. Aha, sounds like Dad has got a bit of an adventure planned. Down on the street, cars hissed past, water spraying up from their wheels. An old man struggled with an umbrella in the wind. A baby peered at Ned through the plastic bubble over its pushchair. Now look at all those people out in the rain. They've got their umbrellas up and their raincoats on. It's a good way to be when you're outside. Ned walked slowly, trying to keep his feet dry. Dad stopped and waited. Hang on, he said, and dived into a shop. He came out with a pair of rubber boots. Try these. He pulled off Ned's shoes. Ned scowled. Too big. Dad pressed the toes. They'll do. Oh, there is Dad, putting on the new boots. Ned stamped in every pavement puddle, splashing dirty water everywhere. His jeans clung to his legs, cold and clammy. Suddenly the rain got heavier, hurtling out of the sky and stinging Ned's cheeks. His hair began to drip into his eyes. Everywhere people dashed for cover, but Dad strode on. And look at that, there they are, out in the elements. When Ned turned into the park, Dad was waiting. Look, he pointed to a trickle of rainwater running down through the trees. A stream! He picked up a stick and started to clear the leaves from its path. The water rushed and danced ahead. Ned ran to keep up. Here, shouted Ned. By the drain there was a large tangle of twigs and leaves. With a quick flick of his stick, Dad broke through the dam. The water surged forward and gurgled into the black, echoey depths below. Well, what a good dad. He's helping the environment, isn't he? Have you ever done that? Cleared a drain while you're out? They followed the path down through the trees as it curved towards the sea. A dog bounded out of nowhere and jumped up to lick Ned's face. Its damp fur smelled of old carpets. "Jessie!" yelled its owner and tugged it away. But the dog broke free and skidded off into the downpour. "You okay?" asked Dad, brushing the mud from Ned's coat. Ned nodded. "Can we go and look at the sea?" "Sure," said Dad. "Let's go." So there they're stopping and Dad's asking Ned if he's okay. The seafront was empty. Clouds raced across the bay. The air smelled salty fresh. Waves swelled and heaved and crashed against the sea wall, sending plumes of spray onto the promenade. Promenade is where people walk. They stood by the edge, dodging the water as it flew up around them. Ned laughed when Dad didn't get away in time. So there's Ned and Dad having fun in the water. Tired and soaked, they sat on a bench and watched the puddles of rain and spray flow back into the sea. "Hungry?" asked Dad. "Starving," said Ned. Dad reached into his pocket and pulled out a packet of biscuits. Most were broken, but they still tasted good. There they are, having lots of fun. And you can see the sea spray over there. Dad looked at Ned's wet trousers and muddy coat. "Oh, look at the state of you," he said. "Your mum will kill me." "She won't mind," said Ned, trying not to shiver, "as long as I'm all right." "And are you?" asked Dad. There they are, sitting on the bench. Suddenly, the sun broke through the cover of grey. The seagulls began to scream and swoop. The tips of the waves sparkled in the bright light. Ned blinked. "I miss you," he said. "Me too," said Dad, "all the time." He turned and gave Ned a long, hard squeeze. That was nice. "Things will get better," said Dad, "I promise." Ned smiled. "I know," he said. "Rainy days aren't so bad, and they don't last forever." There they are, giving each other a nice hug. And there's the sunshine and beautiful seagulls swooping in the sky. It's a lovely story. If you have a situation like this, you know that the sun's going to come out and shine. All right. Until next time, ka kite, my friends.